Jeez. Quarantine for a while and it turns into an all-out mess in your living space. Jeez. Almost 5,000 more overnight. Hello, kitty. Jesus, New York's at. I mean, a bunch of those are just New York. No shit. So, yeah, I just saw this video out of Florida where it looked like it was like a city council meeting, and this guy just started unloading on the rest of the council, but it looked like mainly the mayor, and just yelling, you know, because they obviously screwed up like a lot of other places. He was like, you know, we should have shut down right away, we should have done all this stuff, and we didn't do it, and now people are getting screwed by it. And the mayor, because, you know, everybody who has a prestigious position, even a lowly nothing mayor in a town in Florida I've never heard of till now, thinks that they're important. And the moment his voice raised, she was like, I'm recessing the meeting. You're out of control. You know, people aren't allowed to get pissed, you know, even though there was a lot of shit going wrong. And healthcare problems didn't start with COVID-19. Economic problems did not start. A shitty job market did not start with COVID-19. Alright, this stuff was already around. This virus is just exacerbating a lot of those problems. And these, you know, these people, this mayor, she's gonna be fine. You know, anybody who's a higher up of anything is gonna be fine. They're gonna continue to get their money. I hear that they just gave, what is it? $1 trillion to the banks to help them in these trying times because they're suffering so bad. And they do it because they can. Who's going to stop them? What, we're going to fill out a bunch of petitions saying this shouldn't happen and they're going to stop? They should have just said all of America needs to quarantine for like a month. Everybody who got the illness would stay indoors, go through the steps, get over it, not go out and infect practically anybody. And then, you know, you find a way to, I don't know, it'd be a pain in the ass, but it would be necessary, and it would save so many people's lives, and it would make this thing last so much less longer. You know, make sure everybody's got a month's supply of food, you know, and aside from that, people just suck it up and deal. You know, this is my, like, 4th day of not really going anywhere in a row, and I'm restless, sure, but I have to deal, like the rest of us. Can't bitch about other people not quarantining themselves if I'm not going to do the same. Breakfast. Hello, Pooch. Here we go.
Alright, put it down, see. Drop it. Yeah, drop it, see. Drop it, see. Drop it. Drop it.
Okay. Go get it. That's how you keep entertained in times of quarantine.
Oh, wow, see. Ah, you're a killer. You're a killer. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, you're a killer.
So it's only been like 45 minutes. I'm just curious. 21 or 24, 137. Yeah, so 5 more have come in the last like 45 minutes or so, but yeah. Heard about this. Crazy. Charlotte, North Carolina dropped gas to 99 cents. Jeez, it wasn't even that low when I got my license, and I got my license during a drop in prices back in 2004. I remember it was first time I put gas in my car, it was $1.51 a gallon. Just doing my daily sanitization. Oh my god, it smells like vodka. Yep. And meanwhile, where's our future nominee Joe Biden? He's probably being kept somewhere because he can't finish a sentence without losing his direction. I'm not trying to make fun of the guy, I'm just saying. Y'all Democrats are nominating a guy whose cognitive functions are on the decline, so don't expect stabilization running this guy against Trump. Yeah, and this is accurate. I've actually, because I get texts all the time. Well, I'll show you. Yeah, this is where I get my texts from. What about the economic crisis? Yeah. Asking if you haven't split a $27 donation with 5 charities helping to work seniors and kids during this crisis. Yeah. Can you split? So you see, yeah, they're asking for donations specifically going towards the crisis. So here's a guy as a politician who's behind in the Democratic race and needs every penny he can get to try to stay in it because he hasn't dropped out. And I hope he doesn't. And what does he do? He spends the last 48 hours raising more than $2 million through his campaign. And unlike practically every other politician who tries to raise money to go towards something, I actually believe that that money's going to go where it needs to go. Or at least where they think it needs to go before someone else comes in and skims some off the top. But most politicians come out and say, hey, we want to raise a bunch of money for this thing over here. I'm not going to trust that the money goes to the right place. But here we go. Here's a guy that people are blaming. They're literally saying that more people are going to die because he won't drop out and just let Joe Biden win. Which is, and it's just like, here's a guy that's out there, he needs to be focusing so much on his presidential campaign, and all he is focusing on is this coronavirus situation. He doesn't need this. He doesn't need the stress of a presidential campaign. He doesn't need the stress of trying to help a bunch of people stay healthy. Bernie Sanders is, 78 years old? He doesn't need all this on his plate. He should be sitting on his patio, chilling, watching the sun go down, sipping down a glass of whatever drink he likes to have. But no, he's literally going to work his ass off till the end of his life to try to make people's lives better. And he'll have the whole system fighting against him every step of the way. So it's almost here?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, giddy up.
At night, and she likes listening to the bustling noises of the city, and it helps her fall asleep. And she said she turned on cops last night to feel
Like a bunch of freaking stuff in her car. I'm like, is she moving in? Is she bringing her?
Yeah, I was
her
gonna be mad
belongings?
if that was the postman. You guys would be like, dude, do not touch your hair before you come in.
Yeah. This looks like the bro.
So where is he?
Yeah,
Okay. He's coming this way, is
Yeah.
he? Okay, got it, good.
Oh. Hey. Calm this. Oh, dear Lord, here we go. Oh. Day. Give you I'm posting this video today, so I originally was calling it a week with coronavirus, but I called it a week in coronavirus because I thought if I call it a week with coronavirus, people think the video would be about me actually having it. And not only would that be inaccurate, but I feel like that might be deceptive. Like 2,500. Oh, yeah, coronavirus. Coronavirus updates. Okay, well, that's the world. Wow. View by country. So we were at around probably 2,500 by nightfall. Was it 2,500? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. We definitely. Oh my god, the number of deaths. There's like been more than 100 more deaths. And like 7 recoveries. Yeah. Wow. This was at like. We're probably at about 25,000 yesterday. Well, where's New York at? Because they were at like 11,000. Oh my god. Wow. Look at freaking New York. So they got more, like the total number of cases from every day before yesterday. Yesterday alone was more than that. Jesus, 58 new deaths, 22. Oh my god. And 590 New Jersey. New Jersey's right next to New York. California, Louisiana. Wow. But yeah, the numbers everywhere are going up exponentially. Cats are getting silly. You like the sunshine? Quarantine sun? High five. Oh, really? Ah, almost lost my fork. Yeah, so here's an example of what's going on. Well, again, lots of people pressuring Kate Brown to do something, and she's, I don't know, she's a nut. But here's the newest reports. 13 new cases. This is as of Sunday, so this is today. This is like the newest reports. 13 in Washington County, which is, right over the hub from Portland and Multnomah County. 3 in Marion, 2 in Benton and Yamhill, 1 case in Clackamas, Deschutes, Lane, and Multnomah. So still very few cases in Multnomah. I'm still waiting to see when that's gonna shift. And there's been this really, okay, I'm not a fan of Portland's mayor, Ted Wheeler, guy who just drags his feet and doesn't get much done. We cannot delay any longer at Oregon Governor Brown, Kate Brown, obviously. We need a statewide stay-at-home order, like now, we need it now. And then you look down here. We remain hopeful you will act, but if not, I'm ready to act for Portland tomorrow. Whoop, if you're so damn gung-ho about acting, do it now, dumbass. Wow, big tough guy. God, I hate our mayor. Anyway. I asked Oregonians on the eve of spring break to stay home and stay healthy. Unfortunately, our trails and beaches were packed this weekend. Yeah, no shit. I want to be absolutely clear. You are endangering all that. They don't care. They're stupid idiots. They're not paying attention. They think this is insignificant because they aren't dealing with it yet. We should have closed the fucking beaches knowing spring break was coming. Like, Jesus. How did you not know this was still coming? Halts Oregon evictions. I mean, that's good. Not that the landlords aren't going to stab people in the back the moment they get their jobs back. I don't know, but for whatever reason, I am very sleepy today. You can tell because I very rarely sleep on my stomach, and I am very comfortable on my stomach right now. So my girlfriend's getting ready, and then we're going to go out for a walk together. which might be actually one of our last chances, because I know there's been a lot of pressure on our governor to instill a, like, you know, mandatory stay at home, with the exception of emergencies and whatnot, order. And when that happens, the quarantining will become even more official. So this might be our last chance to go out and about and avoid people at all costs as well. So, like, the rains are supposed to finally come back, and it's supposed to rain for at least the next, like, 7 to 10 days. So I'm like, good, because if anything, rain keeps dumbasses inside.
It's true, yeah.
I hope it rains for the next month. Not like to flood conditions, but
Well, it's good that we're getting some walking out now.
Yeah, but if it, like, rains for the next several weeks and there's no places open, people might actually stay home. Dumbasses. I don't want to go too far this way because eventually we'll come to 122nd, and that street's probably lined with coronavirus. Oh.
No, going close.
Oh,
Takeout.
Yeah, takeout.
Can I get a to-go margarita?
Can I get a margarita in a bag?
Oh man, we gotta go somewhere and get a growler.
This sign that's, like, buried in the bushes.
It's time to sleep.
But it's timely information. It's time to slow down Portland. Oh, it's that Vision Zero thing. Yeah, it's
Yes.
really time for Portland to slow down and take a right.
What's behind these rooms?
I don't know. Prison. So that's Burnside and 100. So we're getting dangerously close to where 122nd and Burnside come together. There's still traffic, but you can see the difference.
Yeah.
How there's a lot fewer cars. All right. I think we should actually cut into the driveway. I feel like the driveway, cutting through the parking lot is, like, more safer than walking on the sidewalks that all these people have walked on. Yeah, like, we just go, like, we just break off a little bit.
Denny's is looking a little dark.
Yeah.
I think it's still do the. Maybe they're not though.
That's a lot of.
I think it's not too
Yeah, I wonder. Oh, yeah, drive-thru's open at the Jack in the Box. There's a lot of cars in the lot, though.
I heard that Starbucks officially said they're just doing drive-thru now.
Yeah, it
They were
seems to
talking
be.
about it, which
seems
is
to be
good
the
because I was hearing
standard.
stories of people flooding Starbucks still.
God. Oh, man, Sadie Mae's Deli and Lottery is close over there. Man, I bet Dottie's is closed.
Oh man, hometown buffet, more like hometown COVID.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know they have the sign that says, like, open for takeout.
Why the fuck would you get hometown takeout?
I'd get
That's
hometown takeout every
Oh,
day of the
yeah?
week if I could.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Oh, I wonder if Old Chicago's open for deliveries. They are. It says we deliver.
Very kosher. Maybe it's just.
Oh, Old Chicago.
Yeah, it's closed. It's not even to go.
From the day the Old Chicago
What am I
Pizza
supposed to do with my
Tavern.
loyalty card?
I know.
We should be outside and just pretend like we really want to come in.
Can I come in? Oh man, they got that master lock on
I
there.
wouldn't be
Ain't
touching
nobody
the
getting.
door.
I know. Well, you know what? I got just the thing for that.
You got hand sanitizer?
Damn
Nice.
right. And it was nice to go out for a little walk like we did. What? Oh, I thought I felt some condensation on me. We did a brief store run. 7-Eleven had their signs on the window. Stay 6 feet away from each other. Don't be a jackass. By the way, pardon my language. Fuck you people that went to that are like going to the beach for spring break and stuff and infiltrating these towns with a preponderance of older people who have managed to be able to avoid this crisis by being careful, and all these people are just crowding their cities now. Disgusting. Anyway, I want to look at the upcoming weather, the planned weather for the immediate future. You know, projections. So, yeah, here we are today. So the rain's going to start rolling in. And yeah, they said Thursday is like the one day that it's not going to rain, but it's going to rain the rest of the week, which, again, when I was out walking with my girlfriend, I was like, good. I hope it frickin' rains forever. Because that'll keep people inside. So it looks like the following week is projected rain, cloudy rain. Yeah, I want it to stay above 50 and be rainy. So it'll keep people inside, but it'll be above like the optimal temperature that they think coronavirus thrives in the most, at like 41 to 51 degree range. What about the now? You're not going to give me the next week. Very interesting. Let's see. Can I get to ish? I just want to kind of just see what they're projecting for April. Okay, there's the first. No. No. Okay, so here's the days. Well, it looks like they're only predicted up to still only about 2 weeks from now, but so it looks like it's gonna be mostly rainy, but hovering between like high 50s and low 60s. And they're kind of so generally loitering around 16, hopefully for the month, and I hope that is the case. Clean your feet with get rid of toenail fungus. That's nice. And I also hope a nice little rainstorm comes in and ruins spring break for everybody at the beach, too. You had that coming, do ya? just for the hell of it. I want to see, like, weather predictions. Because with it being nice, I'm sure people have just been flocking there, but the weather's supposed to shift. See what we got here. Seaside. Okay, here's... Alright, windy, and it looks like the rain's gonna roll in. Good. I hope that's what it's like. Manzanita, Wheeler, yeah, good. Looks like Monday it's gonna start raining everywhere. Good. Hope that ruins your fun little... Yeah, Pacific City, I know that's a place where people were, like, crowding in, and people were like, no, don't come here. Yep, good. Looks like it's gonna start raining. I hope you people had plans on hanging out on the beach all week. And I hope this ruined the shit out of those plans. Good, yeah, it looks like it's going to rain all up and down the coast tomorrow. Good, you deserve it, you assholes. Just letting my eye drops sink in. And, I really hope, everything eventually becomes normalized to people. Even this will become to a degree normalized to people. So as time passes, hopefully you get less and less of the stupid behavior. And hopefully, because people need to quit this freaking out and hoarding shit nonsense. It really needs to stop. And it's not just because it's fucking dumb. But, when I'm not talking about the toilet paper thing. That's stupid too, but I'm talking about the food element of things. And I know stores restock and stuff, but you've got to think, this is a time more than ever that people need to think about other people and not themselves, and too many people don't do that. Everybody's looking out for themselves, and the fucking hell with everybody, and that's why nothing ever gets better. It's because there's those people out there that are so selfish that they will hoard everything. They'll go to the beach and infect whoever the hell they want, because I feel okay, so obviously I'm fine, when you don't know. I don't know right now, and it's annoying, it's obnoxious. I just went to the store today, did the best I could to stay away, didn't get within 6 feet of anybody, sanitized my hands multiple times, didn't touch my face the whole time I was out there, but still, I was out there in the elements for a little while, and now it's like I have 14 days, up to 14 days to wonder if maybe I'm gonna get sick. And the stories I've read is, this shit isn't pleasant, even if you only get hit with the mild symptoms. So, independently of the whole epidemic element of it, I just don't want to deal with it for just the inconvenience of being sick in relation to it. But there's so many people out there that have restrictions on what they can eat, whether it's, necessary dietary things, whether it's, you have to eat a certain way due to a pre-existing condition or a condition that's come along at some point in your life where you have allergies to certain things, so what you can eat is less and less limited. And those people go to the store and they aren't like, me right now. I can grab whatever is on the shelf. As far as I know, to this point in my life, I have no food allergies. And I still go to the store and I see the shelves bare in a lot of places. And, there's people out there that they have restrictions and they can only buy certain things, and you're snatching all those up. Those people are screwed. So, yeah, that nonsense really needs to stop. And What else was I going to talk about? Yeah, oh, well, I guess, it seems inevitable. Every bit as much as the place I worked for, being a movie theater, inevitably closing. I think it's inevitable that sometime, anywhere from the next few hours to tomorrow, eventually we're going to probably go on lockdown in this state, or maybe just in Portland. The mayor said that he's probably going to do that tomorrow if the governor doesn't do something first. And then, you've got that because you have to let certain people leave. There's certain people that have to go to work. There's certain necessary things you need to do, like going to the store. I wish we could come up with a better system of people to be able to get, because that's a necessary evil, is we all have to keep going to get food to eat. And that's not, you have to eat each day. You have to eat and you have to get water, And so, how, because the idea is that you're trying to keep people inside, but the fact of the matter is people are going to, the fact of the matter that people still have to go out, and you're still going to see people going around, people, you're going to see cars driving around, because some people will be, to a degree, exempt from the rule. You're going to see people taking advantage of that all the time. One, because we're Americans and we don't give a shit about anything. We'll do whatever the hell we want, regardless of whether it negatively affects somebody else. But, how authorities or whoever we have out checking to make sure people are obeying this rule. Like, you can drive past somebody's house and see someone standing out on the sidewalk in front of the house and say, hey, you need to go back inside, we're on lockdown. That's one thing, but you can't track all the vehicles that... What, are you going to pull every vehicle over and check to make sure that they have a valid reason for being out driving? There's no way we're gonna be able to stop people. Hopefully, if it does become like a legal send down, like, we are on lockdown, hopefully a lot of people will take that seriously. But there's still people that are going to take advantage of it and still just keep going out, even if they don't have to. And there's going to be certain people that think that their job is so damn important that they still need to go, whether it qualifies or not. And at the same time, who does the state or the county or whoever, who do they stipulate as needing to go to work? Because I could see them saying, like, a plumber. Okay, let's say a plumber. I can see them saying, like, a plumber, oh, well, that's like, only necessary in certain circumstances. But then what if somebody's, a pipe goes out at a home that, an elderly person lives in, and all of a sudden they don't have water, and they have to now go to the store. Elderly people have to go out and go to the store and risk getting near people getting sick. I mean, that's just one example. I don't know. I feel like people are going to take advantage, and I feel like it's just, no matter what way you try to shake it, there's just a insanity to be had. And I think we do need to go on lockdown. I mean, if anything, what we're seeing still, people just, my girlfriend's parents went to the store, and they said people are still just, showing up in droves. They're ramming up against each other. They're not giving people the necessary space they need. People going to the store, bringing their whole damn families. You don't need to... Going to the store is not a family affair right now. You don't need to be bringing your whole damn family to the store with you. If you have family members and they want to go because they want to get in the car or whatever, keep them inside. One person goes into the store. Okay? That's how it should be. And this is why this thing's going to spread, is because you still have all these people out here, these dumbasses. I'll call them whatever I want, because they're the reason that this shit is spreading. I'm doing everything in my power right now to not get it and to go outside as little as possible. And if I am outside, I am avoiding people at all costs, at all fucking costs right now. Alright? It doesn't make me a hero. It just means I'm doing my little bit as one person in a time where we all need to be taking shit seriously. And most of us are just too fucking stupid to fucking take it seriously. And we're still going to the beach for spring break, which, even if there wasn't a bunch of elderly people there you could infect, is still dumb as shit anyway. But they're still doing it anyway, because they don't care. Alright? There's always going to be not just a portion of the population, there's always going to be a massive sect of the population that is not going to give a shit about the effects that their actions may or may not have on other people. It's infuriating. But it's always going to be there. It's going to be there until it affects you. And even then, if it affects you, whatever big thing is going on, for a lot of people, it's just going to be that one thing. If someone's out there and they're not worried about coronavirus, and then suddenly they get it, and they give it to somebody else, and they end up accidentally killing someone with it, and they end up getting horribly ill with it, well, then in the future, they're going to think about that more. But then when the next big whatever comes along, whether it's a virus or just something that people need to take seriously, they're not going to do it again. They're going to go back to being stupid until it adversely affects them. You know? So those of us that are actually trying to do what we can to not get it, to not spread it, you're constantly counterbalanced by all these idiots out there. And those are the people that are the reason stuff like this always spreads, despite the most stringent efforts to try to stop things like this. It's those people. It's frustrating. It's going to go on until they say, this shit needs to stop. You all need to go home and stay home. Okay, well now I don't know what to trust. It's a little after 5 Pacific Coast time, and well, when I was doing my video earlier, you know, I saw the results. We're at 300 and... Sorry, get that focus for you. Focus! Or just not. You know, if we can make that out, it's 340,408 cases, 14,573 deaths, and that was this morning. But now they're saying there's only 336,000. So there's, I don't know, maybe I just need to refresh it. Because there's more deaths now, but there's like over 4,000 fewer cases. Let's refresh this thing. This is worldwide. Okay, well, I don't know. Ooh, pardon my appearance. Shirtless. Ooh. Okay, so it's Monday, March 23rd, and let's see. Yep, Governor Kate Brown finally issued the stay at home. Everyone needs to stay home with the exception of emergencies, necessities, which, you know, so many people are going to take advantage. Like I said this yesterday, people are going to take advantage of this. They're still going to go out. We don't have enough police force to track with everyone. The police are going to pull over every single car that's out on the road and check to see if they actually have a necessary reason for being out. Are they going to stop everybody walking down the street to check to see if we don't have the manpower or the time for that? What did I... Oh, okay, that one just...
And you have The Stranger on DVD, right?
Oh, yeah, I've got like 4 copies of The Stranger at this point, because that's also public domain. So, like, I think every single, like, pretty much compilation, that cheap compilation that comes out has The Stranger in it. Where am I? What am I doing with my life? Apparently there's a 1962 movie called Don't Talk to Strange Men. Found.
Do you have Kansas City Confidential?
Hell yeah, I love Kansas City Confidential.
Do you have The Prowler from 1951?
Yes, I do.
Do you have Moonrise? It's a Frank Lloyd
Yes.
Wright. Oh, nice. I like
I do. Wait, Walk East on Beacon. I don't know if I have
Do you
that
have
one.
Narrow Margin, 1952?
Yes.
Okay, good. Wow. Movie for you.
Yeah.
Underworld USA. 61. You have Fritz Lang's You Only Live Once, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Except I accidentally, when I put a title on the case, I put You Only Live Twice. Which sounds more like a James Bond title. And just like that, it's the next day. Nothing much happened yesterday. So the stay-at-home orders are now officially in effect. Darkness and into the light. Ah, man. Wow. God. It just keeps climbing in New York. New Jersey's climbing too, because it's right next to New York. Where are we at? Alright, So 18 more cases. So yeah, it was at 191 yesterday. Now it's at 209. Yeah, it's holding pretty steady. Yeah, this was starting to drop, and then boom. Jeez.
Somebody's hungry. Two of us are hungry. Oh, I thought they were gonna get close together. Whenever they get close together, they start hissing at each other. Hello. Hello. Oh, not nice. Just a little. See? She just flips at a given moment. Now I have to get past them, and I guarantee if I try, they're gonna come together and they're gonna freaking either hiss at me or hiss at each other. Yeah. There we go. Just trying to get by you. Dear God. What are you doing? No, it's not lunchtime. It's not mealtime yet. It's not. Man, you've got a look of homicidal intent on your face. Oh, she's coming at me, boys. You gotta be patient for like. She just hissed for no reason. I'm not in control of this. You understand that, right? Yes, sometimes I feed you, but that is on the call from somebody else. That's from the higher ups. Like, you're gonna have to wait, like seriously, like 20 minutes. Like, come on. Look at you. Neither one of you is famished. You are absolutely fine. I've literally been right here. Pretty much. At least in my awakened state, I've been here pretty much the better part of, what, 3/4 of the time that I'm awake. So, probably gonna get pretty sick of it. Solidly at 1,400. Look at that. A lot of new cases. But look at that. Only 76 in South Korea, where they were testing people right away, and they're at considerably fewer than everyone else now. I hope that means they're starting to decline. I mean, what are their... I just want to see. Yeah, see, they're leveling off. And see, it started really peaking around February 20th, and then it started leveling off around March. So the growth period was about 22 days, and like it's still growing, but it's starting to level. Like it's leveling in South Korea, which is a good. I mean, it's good. Yeah. See, look at the number of daily new cases. Look at that. Yeah. So it really started growing. Yeah, around February 20th, and then it peaked around the start of March and started dropping, and has been much less since like 10th of March. So that was, yeah, active cases. See, they're already on the downswing. Total deaths is still. Well, I mean, total, that's a running total, so that's why that's not changing or ever going down, but it'd be nice to see every place looking like this soon. But again, they were testing a lot more people, getting this stuff figured out a lot quicker than a lot of other places. Now you got the USA, who's, like, how long has our upswing been? Kind of like, from where it really started to climb. Of course, just New York. I mean... I swear there's been a couple thousand more cases since I woke up. I may be wrong about that, but it's what it feels like. Surprisingly, Oregon, only 18 new cases today. I mean, of course, each state, each place depends on how much people are actually getting tested. And yeah, see, look at us. Yeah, we're on the upswing. We've been going up really steadily since about March 15th. So when it really started kicking up. And yeah, daily new cases is still climbing. That was the 24th, so we've been steadily climbing. At a steady rate since about March 16th, March 17th. So it's really only been about a week that we've really been climbing. Oh god, the weather's shifting. It's unpredictable. This really is the apocalypse. I'm telling you. It's just a mess of hail. Can you make that out? Maybe.
So yeah, this whole area has just become my chaotic workstation. And I'm taking this time because I have a lot of extra time and I ain't going anywhere. I really wanted to make, and I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel when it's done. It'll probably honestly take just straight work, not like working during the day and sleeping at night, literally just the amount of time in days. It'll probably take me about a week to, or longer, to do all the voiceovers. I'm literally almost rewriting all my voiceovers, which I've been working on continuously for the last like 4 days. I'm going to be burnt out on this by the time it comes to editing. Then I have to record all the voiceovers, which is going to fry my voice. I don't even know why I'm talking right now, but I always want to, because I wrote this big old book, like, right there. I don't want to talk about that, though, because I actually did a video for my channel where I discuss that more in depth. I'll probably post that video today, so that this isn't too much of a spoiler for it. But whatever the case, it's 5 o'clock now. March 24th. I mean, obviously now we're all being told to stay inside unless, you know, absolutely necessary to leave. But I mean, for the most part, I've pretty much been inside, with the exception, I think I've left the house maybe 4 or 5 times in the last week. So I've pretty much been just inside, you know, trying to do the best I can to not get sick and not make anybody else sick. But yeah, so I have to record all the voiceovers. I don't even know. How long are my... Because I'm still finishing them. I want to see how many pages. At bold 14-point Helvetica font. 106 pages. Of course, there's lots of gaps and spaces and things I'm going to delete and copy and paste. So it's probably not quite that... God, it's not that much. My voice... I don't have the voice power to do 106 pages of voiceovers. I'm losing it right now. But yeah, then just editing the videos with all, you know, putting pictures and video and all that crap in. It's going to take a while, but it's something I've really wanted to do, and it's one of those things that I haven't done because I've never had the time to do it, and well, I'm here, so, I'm really doing it. So that's what's going on. That's mostly what I did yesterday, so I didn't really vlog much. I'm not vlogging much today because I'm doing more of the same. So that's what's going on during my time of quarantine. Yeah. All cracking up in here. As the days go by, we start getting crayer and crayer.
Uh-oh, she gonna put her paw in there?
Oh no, Pepper! Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I hope it's not hot. I don't think it is anymore. Let me make sure.
Come on.
Come on.
Man, she's trolling us.
I know. What is
back to
what's that about?
back to licking her paw clean.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's not. That's old. You don't even want that.
Interesting. Uh-oh.
She's doing the other paw.
Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm wiped out. Probably going to bed soon. I'm just getting one last feel for... I know it's around 11 and it's going to be quiet anyway, but it's particularly quiet, which is a good sign. I don't want to be hearing people outside, because most people don't need to be outside. Oh, man. Oh, there's one bastard. I hear you. Actually, that's multiple bastards. Ugh. Good night, everyone. Till tomorrow.
Good morning, kitty.
I know, but right around 11 last night, my whole body was just like, oh. Of course, with coronavirus going around, I was like, the moment I started feeling really tired and wiped out, I was like, oh no. So I literally just let myself sleep for like almost 11 hours straight. I mean, look at my eyes, look at my face. I slept hard. Of course, freaking starts raining the moment I step outside, and I took my umbrella out of my bag because it wasn't supposed to rain. All right, I'm outside. I'm doing a store run. So yes, I do have a reason to be outside. And as I'm out here in the world, it feels so good to be outside. The little things at this point. I think I'm finally starting to feel the quarantine a little bit. And I've only really been quarantined for like, I don't even know what day it is. Is it Thursday or is it Wednesday? I think it's Thursday now. Whatever. I've been essentially quarantined for about 7-8 days, meaning like by choice. I've pretty much tried to quarantine myself since work closed. I mean, less traffic, but still a lot of people out and about. I just walked past a woman and what I'm guessing was her daughter, and they were clearly just out for like a walk. They were dressed like they were gonna go like on a run of some kind. That is not necessary outdoor behavior. As a matter of fact, because I need to start getting some more, everything is tightening up again because I've pretty much just been inside. Even if you stretch a bit, you're just inside, you're not doing anything. I'll start to lose your mind. But I'm going to probably start using, there's a grassy patch, pretty much the grassy portion of our backyard where we set the pool up and stuff. I'm probably going to start running like circle laps around, I guess, the outside portion of the grass. Because I was like, I'm going to start going for runs again, slowly working my way up. And then right when I was contemplating this and trying to think about it and organize it and so on and so forth, boom, coronavirus came in and just started messing the whole thing up. And now it's like, I'd probably be okay going out here and going for runs, but you're not supposed to be doing that right now. And again, if I'm ill, I don't want to make anybody sick. Uh-oh. Here comes the police. They're going to ask me what I'm doing. This is the moment where I get tackled by 7 or 8 cops, and you never hear from me again. Soda display, not too bad. Prices are actually dropping on some stuff. I almost punched a bitch in the face, America. There's a lady in there throwing a hissy, like literally, she's still in there like 10 minutes. People don't want to have to be out in this. They don't want to have to be inside stores any longer than they have to be. She's in there throwing a stupid bitch-ass hissy fit about how, like, everything from St. Patrick's Day is supposed to be 75% off and stuff wasn't quite 75% off. It's like, Jesus. Like, she is aware people are dying, right? Don't laugh.
Oh, 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 oh. Hey, what are you doing? Hey. Ruff. Ruff.
Nope.
Whoa, God, she crashed right into me. Where are you going? Hey, where are you going? Oh, where are you going? She's getting freaking wild. Wild.
Get out of here.
Ah.
Yucky.
Yeah. Yeah, Pfeffer's done.
The cats are like, what the fuck?
She ran back into. Did you close the bedroom door?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Hey, Ruff. So get out of there. This is. Hey. Oh, Ruff. Should I let her back up now? Ruff. Ruff. No, you don't need that. That fuzz, that all from mates. You know, it's that time of the quarantine when everybody in the house is eating mac and cheese.
Flavored meat on the inside. Start sauteing some onions, toss all that together.
Damn right.
Sweet and salty, this is right up my alley. Coming from savory chef to a chocolatier, I'm here to prove that I have the skill set to be able to compete.
He's got the goddamn skill set. He's got eyebrows on food.
Guy,
Yeah, this guy's a little bit of a Victor mature.
to make the croquette, I'm going to chop
Victor
up the
mature.
chicken in the tortilla. I add egg yolk and flour and salt.
This is entrapment. Yeah, go for it. Interesting. Yeah, not too much going on today, except America just became country today that has the most coronavirus cases. China, they real quick, and God, I hope that starts happening. With Italy. I mean, I know, like, it feels like even in America, it feels like the peak in paranoia has been going on for like months, when really it's been like 2 weeks. But yeah, we just overtook China. We're at like almost 84,000 cases so far. Oh, and what a day. Not really. Not much happened. However, we did a lot of ring around so once we got our last, here's essentially the big drama of the day. Once we got our last paycheck from work, once we stopped getting paid, we immediately wanted to sign up for unemployment. So we get this check and we both get paid, and we're getting paid, this is our last check that includes 2 weeks of work, but we're also getting paid one extra week as kind of a severance for being out of work for a little while. But that week, we got paid today, but we're technically being, the pay period ends like last Saturday. So technically part of this work week we're getting severance for goes past the pay period that we'd be getting for the check. So we're like, are they just messing with the system and they're just going to add that on to our 2 weeks pay? So we're getting paid for 3 weeks in this check we got today, or are we getting another check in 2 weeks that's going to have this severance week? So we woke up, we actually flipped a coin over who was going to call our boss, and I won the coin toss, even though I don't think I actually did. I think we were just so tired that we messed up. I called tails, it was heads, and so she was like, so I guess I'm doing the email, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So she sent our GM an email asking for clarification on this. Like, are we getting another check in 2 weeks, or is this it? Because we want to know, do we start unemployment now or in 2 weeks? And he apparently didn't know. So he asked us to call HR. So, well, my girlfriend sends an email to HR, because our GM says we have to contact them. They'll know. So they send us an email back that says your GM should know. So we're getting into this circle jerk, and finally we just decide the hell with it. We're going to sign up for unemployment.
I don't know. We couldn't tell the amount we got paid. It was a little bit more than I would think I would be getting for this 2-week period, but it's not enough to be 2-3 weeks worth. So I don't know, but we had to sit down and do the unemployment application, and yeah, my girlfriend gets really, really anxiety infused when you have to do these big, like, adulting things, like, you know, signing up for unemployment, you know, things like that. She loves applying for new jobs, though, so, you know, whatever. But yeah, it was a little stressful just getting through the process, but we both sent them in, and now it's a matter of them looking at them, processing them, and, you know, obviously we're part of that group that's not, we're not unemployed, we're just, well, temporarily out of work. But the state of Oregon's, and I'm assuming other states all across the country, have shifted their unemployment to where you can get it, you know, when you lose your job in relation to, you know, the coronavirus crap. So we sent that in. Tomorrow's Friday, or it's almost Friday. It's about to become Friday because it's almost midnight. And then, of course, the offices and stuff are all closed over the weekend, so I doubt we'll hear anything back tomorrow. It probably won't be till sometime next week that we even hear back about qualifying or, you know, whatnot, or if they need more information, or who knows. I'm tired. So I'm ready to call it a day.
Hello, camouflage cat. Meow. Hiding in the shadows, huh? Hello. Hello. It's about as much affection as I can ask for. Morning. Gonna rough it and do another trip to the store. Just for a few provisions. Umbrella. Oh, that was. Let's try it again. Oh, bummer. Well, at least my umbrella still opens once I unstrap it. And it's a little drizzly outside, but it's certainly not the worst rain I've encountered. And my hope is, against all forms of logic, is that as the rain comes down, it's hitting any virus components in the air and it's just smacking them to the ground, where they'll be well beneath our mouth, nose, eyes. Wouldn't it be great if it worked out that way? I literally laid in bed trying to, because there's only so many places I can go to in this area to get food and drink. There's Target, there's, you know, a convenience store up the sketchy one I went to a few days ago. There's 7-Eleven, there's, you know, there is Big Lots, but they don't really have much there. There's Dollar Tree, they really don't have much there. And it's just like, that's kind of it, unless I want to walk really far to Fred Meyer, and I don't want to go anywhere near Fred Meyer. You know, there's a Plaid Pantry way back off this way, and it's just, your options are so limited, so you have to just like kind of organize it in your head. What is your best bet? And for me, I think my best bet is honestly 7-Eleven. Did it. I just got my stuff in my bag. I just bought so many drinks. Girl at the counter must have thought I was a lunatic, and I could tell she was not happy to be working. Again, we need to... I honestly think... Of course, I say this as I forgot to even do this while I was paying with a card. I don't even think there's an option to do that at the 7-Eleven, but I feel like we should start tipping, you know, supermarket, grocery store, convenience store employees. Since we can't tip bartenders and waiters and stuff, you know, we might as well tip these people that are having no choice but to keep working right now. I'm gonna cut through the store. There's an old guy walking away. I was gonna go, and I don't want to pass him and breathe on him just in case I'm sick, you know. You're welcome, sir. Every time I go to the store, the moment I'm out,
I sanitize my hands like crazy, and then I sanitize my face all over my nose and mouth. Just in case, you know, little something hits me right here, something hits me right here, but it hasn't quite made it in my nose, maybe I can kill it. And this stuff's like, what is it? Where did all this water on my hip come from? Anyway, it's like 70% alcohol, so the moment I'm done rubbing my face down, I'm like, damn, I just feel like I took a shot. I'm literally deviating my path because there's 2 elderly people walking down the sidewalk that would have walked right by. So I'm deviating across the street so I don't encounter them. This trip home, just evading older people, is taking a few extra minutes. But I mean, it's important. A lot of older people that get this don't make it through. So I'm literally not taking any chances with anyone else's health right now. Are you serious? Old guy dead ahead just crossed the street. Oh, looks like I'm crossing. Looks like I'm cutting through traffic, boys. Son of a bitch. I turned the corner and boom, there's another elderly person there. I literally, the moment I saw him, I was just like, it was like a jousting competition that began. I was like, shield forward. Just get away from me, lady. It particularly sucks being this concerned about the health of the elderly when you have a massive old folks retirement village over here, which as far as I know, hasn't had any coronavirus cases, because if they start here, like just about every other place, it's going to spread like wildfire, and you're going to see a lot of people in a lot of danger for their lives here. And the other day when it was sunny, because I'm sure they're stressed, there was a whole bunch of them just outside kind of circling around the lot. And there was like 7, 8 women sitting in a circle. They were not practicing social distancing. They were not 6 feet apart. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe you don't have any cases that you know of yet, but don't play with fire. So, yeah, I really hope, there isn't a break out there, because it's not going to be pretty. I already hear ambulances and fire trucks show up there, periodically, because either someone's passed away or there's a scare that someone's going to pass away, and those alone are like stressful when you live right down the street and you're like, oh, I hope everything's okay. But coronavirus gets in there, that's a whole other ball game.
Oh, well, hallelujah. I actually have a signal. My phone signal has just been coming and going like crazy the past week since this insanity began. And with it now being the 27th, I predicted we'll probably hit about 100,000 cases today, and I mean, we're right there. And kind of things are staying consistent. God, just New York, God. As far as locally, because you see there's sources and stuff over here. You got the Oregon Health, people. Here's actually the raw stats they have for now. So they've tested 8,924 people, and only 414 have been deemed to have the virus. Of course, there's a lot of controversy kind of stemming up in terms of the reliability of these tests. I saw someone on Facebook even saying that, even if you're showing symptoms that are similar to COVID-19, but you can't be proven to have it, like they'll still try to say that you have it or something so they can pad this. I don't know. It seemed like the reversal of the kind of conspiracy you'd think would be peddled out there. You think they'd be peddling, oh, this isn't a big deal. There aren't this many cases. I don't know. Everybody's losing their damn minds. And then this is this is just Oregon Live, but it's kind of showing also kind of how many people have been tested and found negative as opposed to positive. But you see that positive number increasing overall the further we go. And of course, you've got Seattle here, Seattle area, getting blasted, and we're up to 67 confirmed cases in my county. There's 122 confirmed in Washington County, which is almost I mean, I hate to say it, but that's almost encouraging, because the first cases in like this whole area were in Washington County, and like the first Washington County case was like at the beginning of March. So the fact that they only have 122 in a very heavily populated county this far on down the road is at least kind of encouraging. And of course, this is the most populated area. And I know, yeah, Marion's, they had a bit of a breakout. Couple in Deschutes County, and, you know, smatterings. What is this? It's too small. Yeah, so it hasn't really hit too hard here yet. So, I mean, obviously the focus of it would be more in this area up here. I mean, most of the population is literally right here in Oregon. And then here's California. So, Jesus, just this area around San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose just getting pounded. LA, Vegas, how many? 443 cases in Vegas. The strip's been shut down. I mean, but obviously, if I was to pull this, I don't even know how to pull this map back, but obviously the big cities are going to be where the most cases are. There's more people and it's more densely populated. Anywhere you go. I mean, here, yeah, there's, you know, Utah, Salt Lake City's where it's blown up. Colorado, you know, the Denver and kind of the busy towns around it. You know, Texas, Houston, Dallas, you know, New Orleans. Damn, New Orleans is getting hit really hard. Jeez. But yeah, see, it's always going to be where the big cities are. Here, you know, here's Atlanta. Jeez. Oh my, I mean, that is, like, I can't even make sense of that graphic right there. Just New York City County, 25,000 plus cases. Oh my God. I mean, look at that. Keep that image in your mind. And then look at freaking Portland. Not to say we're fine, but that's the Portland area by comparison. I've been doing a terrible job at remembering to stretch each day. Oh. Do it with me now. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. My girlfriend's in the other room. She probably thinks I'm crazy. Oh, snap. Well, I'm about to call it. Well, I'm actually not going to call it a night for probably a couple of hours, but I mean, there's not really a whole lot more going on for me tonight. I'm going to do some stuff on my computer. I might watch a little something on the YouTube or whatnot, but I feel better now about being stuck indoors than I did, say, 48 hours ago, but yeah, still getting pretty bored of being at home. I'm keeping myself busy though, but anyway, I want to get a little farewell here for the end of the week video of me just kind of, I mean, more for fun really than anything, me chronicling what's going on in my life during coronavirus, like so many people are doing. It lets us all know at least that, you know, some of us are doing okay. And yeah, I also need to get this video done and burned and uploaded and off my computer because it's taking up too much space on my Mac, and my Mac's running out of space, so it's kind of an inconvenience having all this footage from the past week here. So another reason I need to wrap this up, get the video burnt and get all that crap off my computer. But yep, just another week. So I hope you enjoyed at least parts. I mean, you're really just kind of following me through the week. It's not my most entertaining content, but there is substance to it all. It's my life right now. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far somehow, some way, remember to like, share, subscribe. I'd say hit up my Patreon, but I'm guessing, like me, a lot of people's finances are tight, so it's okay if you can't. Yeah, as always, till next time, this has been Steve the Amateur Historian. Y'all take care of yourselves. See you next time.